Welcome. In this video, we're talking about our victims. So we have two types of victims we're going to be using. We're going to have on location, that's going to be VMs that we have set up, and we have some web-based victims. We have things like the try2hack.nl, we have our hackthisSite.org, hackthebox.eu, and we have a Google project as well on the App Store. Again, the goal here is to perform information gathering and getting to know our target systems, but we have to make sure we're doing this legally. And these sites have they've given permission to actually hack these sites. So I'm gonna go through, and I'm gonna go through the first one with the try hack name. Here is our site. And first thing I want to do is I want to go over rules. And again, they actually outline what rules they have. So things like hammering their server, they don't want. But for most things, perfectly acceptable. So we can use this site to do our reconnaissance against. We also have our hack this site. They've also given permission, and this is also a website that provides challenges as well. But the important part is they've given permission for us to target this site. Hack the Box is a very common one. In order to actually even get into Hack the Box, you have to actually hack their website. So they provide permission to actually try to hack and break their site, again, legally. Our last site is a web application exploit and defense-based tool. This is more of a, if we want to take this, what we're doing, a little bit further, we can use this type of site. This type of site actually allows us to generate our own unique instance. For example, we go to the site, we go through the option, we actually read through the setup, we read through the setup, and we can actually click start. We go through the appropriate terms and services, and it generates our own instance, so we're only targeting our instance. That way, if we happen to screw anything up, we're actually only targeting ourselves, not the entire site itself. So they provide some permission, but there are some issues with that. Lastly, we have other possible victims outside the scope of what we're doing in this course, but still want to point them out. VulnHub, we have our damn vulnerable iOS application, and we have DWAP. So our VulnHub is actually a collection of VMs that are vulnerable, and they come up with challenges pretty regularly, and the goal is to exploit them. Since we're doing our reconnaissance, we can easily grab some VMs from VulnHub and try to do our reconnaissance against them if you want to. We have our Diva, which is actually specifically looking at a vulnerable iOS app, and that way we can learn how to target and explore the active reconnaissance or reconnaissance in general against an iOS-based device without actually having to target a real device. Lastly, we have our DWAP. Our DWAP is something created by our OWASP friends. Here we actually have a buggy web application. That way we can go through and we can verify, we can hit all of the OWASP top 10 sections. Again, this is outside the general scope of our reconnaissance, but if you want to take it one step further, this is a good vulnerable website that we could be looking at. This actually would allow you to download and spin up a local web portal or a local web service that allows you to target them. The nice thing is we can have something similar to Amazon, like with Juice Shop. Juice Shop is actually a training ground. It is a site similar to Amazon. It's a e-commerce site, and they actually have the OWASP top 10. You can download this as a VM or as a container, and you could try targeting the site. So you can do things like SQL injections, you can do things like cross-site scripting or XSS or XXE type vulnerabilities. Again, outside the scope of what we're doing, but when we talk reconnaissance, we can go as far as you want to. So do keep that in mind. So we're going to be using the first 3 sites, the Try Hack Me, Hack This Site, and Hack the Box, for our main online-based, recon-based locations. So if you have any questions, please reach out. Thank you.